Let me bring you up to speed and let you know what this video is about so you can understand the conversation. This young lady right here that you're about to watch and witness, she went to a natural hair class, convention, whatever it was in Atlanta. Now, you know, they got millions of those, so I don't know which one it was. But she's in the back of the class and this young man wants to call and single her out and speak trash about her and her hair. Now, one, he didn't know that she had lock extensions. Two, he made reference to a bunch of other things that were extremely irrelevant to what she had going on. So when she came back and told me the information, and when she let him know that it was me that had done them and there were lock extensions, oh, please know that there were crickets in the room. You couldn't hear shit. But at the same time, I don't like that because I didn't tell you to make me the face of this. You have gave me the ability to do what's being done. So now that I'm doing what's necessary, now you have a problem. Not my problem. Anyway, so once you told him what was going on and what the real deal was and that they were extensions, then the conversation totally changed, and this is where we came to the video. I was like, oh no, babe, we're not just gonna let this just go onto the table. Now I gotta educate. Now I gotta let people know that yes, you can get lock extensions and they don't look like you just got some horse ass just stuck in your head. You don't have to have all of these other crazy different type of dysfunctionalities going on in your back of your life just because somebody wants to just jaw jack you. Not around here. It's not going to happen. So I'm shutting this down right now by letting it be known that here is the education of taking care of your lock extensions. Mwah! This video happens to be in reference to that young man that persistently wants to tell you that your hair was a crock of shit. I have to object to the situation. I must. And I couldn't sit here without saying my piece of the puzzle. I had to say something. So this video is about how to care for your lock extensions.
Okay.
How long have you had your extensions? When was your installation?
January 8th.
January 8th? So, and that would be how many months now? We have January, February, 8.5. Alright. I'm loving this. 8.5 months. Have you had any of them to fall out? One fell out.
I replaced it.
Where was the one that actually broke? It was in the back. Alright. It was in the very back. It was a thinning, or what was the issue? Let's be extremely honest. I did these, correct?
You did those.
I did those, correct. Okay. Now what happened when that actually just had its demise here?
I think I was pulling it in a ponytail and I pulled it too hard.
Okay. Okay, well, and that's ownership. That's fine, because if it was me, I wanted you to tell me that it was me. That's why I said be extremely honest. No problem. No problem. Now, what are you doing at home outside of being in the salon? And then I'll tell you what I do when I'm here.
I put the carrot oil on it twice a week.
Twice a week.
I wrap it.
Are you putting this on your hair or are you putting it on the scalp?
I'm putting it on the scalp.
All
I'm parting it and putting it on the scalp.
Okay.
Unless I have a design.
Alright. What else?
And I wrap it with a satin cap every night religiously.
Every night?
Or whenever I'm laying down.
Okay, okay. What else?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Simplicity.
Yes.
Oh, now let me tell you what I do. First, we're going to start with a shampoo. You know, I like to start everything off with a good prayer.
Yes.
And that's what my shampoos are. That is the... Just as important as that Massengill Summer's Eve night that you ladies have every now and then, your shampoo and your lock extensions is just as important. Don't nobody have time to be sitting right here looking at your stinky extensions that you didn't put in here and didn't take care of, because right there where your hair and that extension meets, you will have a buildup so damn fast your head will spin. So just as I do my 3-piece regimen with everything else, I do my 3-piece regimen with this one, and I'm extremely careful with it because I need certain things to happen and there are certain things I don't need to happen. My first thing I don't want to happen is that I don't want to put shampoo into this lock extension hair that has no porosity and not much elasticity, and then that there are things and components that get stuck. I hear people talk about it all the time because you go into your products and you just scoop Jesus out and put the whole thing in your head. Yes, sometimes putting a little bit more can give you a little more oomph or nutrients or whatever that you're looking for, but there are times where you need to have a moderate to balanced type of situation so that you don't have buildups and all the other kind of stuff. Another thing you don't want to do is you don't want to be tugging and pulling on these while you're doing your simplistic shampooing and working these things through, because your hair already is on the ice bucket challenge. It's already just shocked to Jesus that you didn't threw this weight on it, and now you just swinging it and ready to go. No. So what you do want to do is use smaller amounts of shampoo, conditioner, and different things like that, just to make sure the hair is clean. I'm not saying use little dime quarter sizes and then you don't feel like your hair is clean. Get to the place where you feel that your hair is clean by doing your first 2 clarifying shampoos, working that through very, very well. Scratching it, doing all that you need to do. Secondly, you want to use your moisturizing shampoo, and that's the one you really want to be careful on because it's so creamy and so oily. It will get stuck everywhere. You're talking about a Massingale night, you have a different type of night, and you will not be satisfied. And if you got a boo, he'll look at you like, what the hell did you just do? Lastly, that conditioner. I just watched a video on YouTube, child. This baby told everybody, I mean, it's a brand new video, was telling everybody, I do not condition with these conditioners that's out here. Ain't nobody got time. It always gets stuck in my hair. It always get this. Girl didn't have not one edge alive. Not one edge. Just permanent mullet mohawk. You should be ashamed of yourself. If one thing you're going to do is give education to the community, please make sure that you look like you take that same education and use it for yourself. Because, boo, guess what? I may have a fade, but I put all my edges in the game. You hear me? So, I'm rocking edge game to your mama. Don't give a damn. Anyway, so with conditioning, it's a very, very important part of this process because your hair is not used to this yet. It needs that protein. It needs those nutrients. It needs that moisturization. It needs that help to make it an extremely manageable, healthy level of longevity. Use these things. Make these things last. That lock extension hair does not have much porosity nor elasticity. So you need to implement that in there somewhere to be able to pull as much of it as you can into this hairstyle and this hair process, or sweetheart, you're going to lose. You're going to lose, you're going to lose, you're going to be the biggest loser, and you're going to be out the game, and I can't help you. We're going to put you on a practice squad team and let you sit your ass there and warm the bench all day long, because honestly, there's nothing that I can do about it once you done burnt yourself. Nothing. Now, like I was saying,
Okay.
there is a balance to this thing. I don't want to just snatch the hair. I don't want to just put a whole lot into this. I do not want you to think that just because we put extensions on here that it is for you to just be careless with it, waverly with it, and just throwing it around. This can be a very big risk. Okay? Nutrients and different things to the scalp and to the head at this point are very vital. Extremely vital. That's why I'm very careful with your hair. I don't just speed through it. I don't care about timing. I understand that there are clients behind you. But when it comes to hair and lock extensions and the porosity of your hair the way it is and the elasticity level changing, I cannot just break through your head like that. I have to go through this with hair. I have to take care of this, and I have to offer certain things. Or, sweetheart, I'm going to be very honest with you. This is going to hit the floor. This will be the first style and the first type of hair to fall out. Did you know that? Like, wow. Very seriously. Because it's like in shock mode. You just took the 3 inches of hair that you had and put 5 inches, like 12 inches on top of it. And that's maybe ounces. It may not be pounds in weight in one lock, but that's a lot to put on hair at one time. I don't think many of you really understand the importance and what goes on with the lock extension. I really, really don't. This can be very dangerous. Very dangerous. And we're in the year and the time of my Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, of good, healthy, long weave. We are. And I understand that. That's fine. I'm not going to fight that battle because that's a battle I'm going to lose. I'm not even worried about that. That's beyond me. I'm going to let that one go right on over there. But I can tell you this. The most important part about this is when you putting this in your head, whether it is straight on a track, it is wrapped around a braid, it is whatever, you are making your hair go to the gym. Your hair has started bench pressing 300 pounds and it wasn't even used to walking through the door. So at this point, Now that you got this workout regimen that your hair didn't ask for, you need to go ahead and at least use certain type of enhancers to enhance that so that your hair can work well with, and have a great position of success. I don't want to preach here. I'm really trying to hold my pastor in, because if the bishop comes out, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. So I'm trying to hold that down. I promise to God I am. But I need you to understand what is going on with these extensions. Yes, it is a game that everybody's been playing. You got those that be like, oh, she cheated. She ain't go through the journey. She ain't no real lock mama. She ain't no real lock girl. What's her problem? And you got the fellas like, I don't want that shit in my head anyway. I don't need no fake hair. But then you got the other ones that's like, shit, look, hey, ain't nobody finna go through that shit. Go and put this in my head and do what I got to do. So now, whatever side you own, please understand that there's a moderate level of balance that is necessary. I don't care if you don't balance out your checkbook or nothing else in your life. You gonna balance this out, or you will walk around looking like Stevie Wonder's twin cousin named Bald Keisha, because all of your everything is gonna be slick, slop, and bald. And I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna put you on my Instagram, and it's gonna say Rice Krispie Treats, snap, crackle, pop. You just made that hair do bench press, pretty much. So you got to be careful. You have to be careful, and so do I. So that's why you get certain things from me and certain styles. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, at times I'm gonna have to tell you no on certain things. It just depends on what it looks like. Because, honey, I'm not just finna just put nothing in your head and then we just, no, not today, not tonight. This is very important to me. So I would say this, I would let you keep growing this because it looks good so far. We can do this probably for up to 6 years.
Okay.
Eventually after that, we're gonna start cutting it out.
Yeah.
At that point, you should have your own hair.
Okay.
You should have your own locks. They should be down almost to the root of your tutor. So we're gonna make sure that this is healthy. And if you pay attention to your parts here, your parts are about the same size as if I started them with coils. So that once your hair does grow out, not only will it match the extension I put on there, but you will have a desired lock. What you see here is what you can get used to, because that's what you're gonna see futuristically too. There's a point of matching. I'm not gonna put on an installation or put in an extension that's not gonna look about the same in the future. We have to associate that. Fixing them is one thing, we can repair down here, but we can't repair the hair that's coming out of your scalp.
Right.
And I don't want to just get you in the mindset to start putting shit together and doing this and doing that. No. Let's keep her healthy from the gate. We won't even have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So I just want you to love your hair. Do you?
I absolutely love it.
Really?
I do.
What, like, give me your perception of it.
My personality.
Really? Your personality?
It has, it's like it almost freed me.
Wow.
I'm a different person. I'm more confident.
Okay.
I'm more assertive. I'm more sure of myself.
Come on, girl.
I am natural and I love it.
So you feel beautiful.
I do. I actually do.
All
First
right.
time in a long time.
All right. High five on that. I'm serious. You better love yourself, damn it.
Most definitely.
I didn't expect that answer, but I love it. I am loving that. You so should. Excuse my French, but fuck them all.
My daddy.
My client asked me today, she said, are you frustrated? I could tell from, some of your videos and some of the things you say that you are extremely frustrated. Nah, bitch, I'm mad. I'm mad as hell. Well, I was. But I'm happier now because I see that people are in love with their hair. They're embracing this new image. They got a whole new different thing going on to where natural hair, even if it did come off the goddamn Mayflower when they were making up this whole story about how your hair looked dreadful, so that's how it came to dreadlocks. Well, honey, the Mayflower was way back where Jesus was 12. We're in a time of a new life here, okay? So now we embracing this, and not only are we embracing it, but we are loving ourselves. No more of that whole stigma of how we walk outside looking like wet puppy dogs, and how nothing is going right, and how you don't know what products to use and all of that. This is resourceful time so that we can love ourselves, we can love our hair, and love the abilities that we have going forward. And you keep playing with me and I will cuss your ass out, because you know I keep a good nasty bitch sitting on the end of my tongue, and I will use it wherever I see fit for it to be used. So keep playing with me and you will have that problem. But unfortunately, we don't really have it too much, because I am seeing people just ooze happiness out of their head. They be in the mirror just smiling and taking selfies. Girl, look, girl. Hashtag, I got my first style, bitch. I got my ponytail. Click. I love it. So keep clicking. Shit. Alright, now, from under the dryer.
It's wonderful.
See how these edges still in the place? Mm-hmm. No snatching, no breaking. It's full, moves, even for lock extension. Just free ends, all of that. That is so important to me. So important to me. Now we're gonna do the Harriet Tubman on you that you asked for. I'm gonna give you that Negro spiritual hairstyle. I ain't mad about it. I wanna put a little curve to it though.
Okay.
I hate doing stuff traditionally, you know. I like to explore my creativity.
You do you.
So how long you gonna be in Disneyland?
I'll be Disney World for 7 days.
You know what? You don't like spending no time at home, do you? I thought I was bad with the flights and then staying on. You be gone too.
I got 4 grandchildren. So
I can't wait to have kids.
This is my time with
Somebody
them.
buy me kids.
Oh Lord.
Shit. Got me some children.
But there's no reason for me to stay home.
Is this uncomfortable? Anything uncomfortable so far?
No.
Okay.
Why should I stay home?
I ain't mad, child. You wait till I get older. You wait. When I tell you my kid's gonna be looking for me, where is that child? I don't know. Last time I called him, he was in Jerusalem looking at where Jesus was born. I would go be gone. My middle name is gonna be In the Wind.
Enjoy.
Retirement is everything.
I wish I was retired. I'm not retired.
Well, no, I mean you're getting close.
Yeah. And
but
I'm
just to
saving
set your
for it.
right to set yourself up for it is a very important
Kids are grown.
thing. Yes, Lord.
Grandkids are in a certain spot.
Yes, Lord.
You can still enjoy yourself while you set yourself up for retirement.
Yes, Lord.
Nobody knows what tomorrow brings.
No, they do not. They better, man, I'm trying to inform these folks. These little boys, they gotta be trying to be hard on them.
They keep waiting and waiting, don't know what they're waiting for, and they never get it.
Well, wait on. Wait on if you want to.
I believe that life is to be enjoyed. I've done enough. I've suffered enough.
Come on, Jesus Christ.
Spent years taking care of my brother.
Well, like you said earlier, you feel beautiful now. You're more confident. You don't even have to worry about that past. That past is just where you came from.
That's right.
It ain't nothing compared to where you going.
I know that's right.
And the more, the older
And I'm
you
ready
get,
for it.
you know, the more experience and wisdom and the way, you know, easier things should become.
Yeah.
You know, I like to do on my birthday. People always tell me, "What you gonna do? You gonna celebrate? You gonna do all this? You gonna do all that?" I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna do all that celebrating. What I am gonna do though, I'm gonna sit my ass down and I'm gonna reflect on my growth.
Yeah.
I wanna make sure that I take care of myself. That's what I am gonna do." Nobody have time. Yeah, hold on for me, sweetie. Nobody have time to be sitting around looking for no birthday gift. Or somebody to give me $5.
No.
So I got
I
older.
want to know, am I the same place I was last year? If I am,
Hello.
what did I do wrong?
Hello.
And if I'm not,
And it's time
did
to
I
put,
grow
It's time to
appropriately?
put them titties.
Interlocking. Some people say it's good, some people say it's not. It'll break your hair off if you keep doing it for so long. And then I also heard that if you wanted to interlock, you should have started at the beginning when you first started your locks.
All lies. All lies. One, I did not start interlocking at the beginning. because that your hair is one is too fragile from that state. Normal times when people come to me, they have not shampooed and conditioned on a certain type of regimen. Their hair may be clean, but it may not be healthy. And just because you see that you got a lip does not mean that that's healthy. So snatching from the beginning like that is not good. Can you remember what your hair was, the state of your hair when you first got it started locking?
Yes.
Was it like this?
No.
No. So would you also want me to just pull on that? Because that's a lot of pulling. That's not just a regular retwist. I can't just let that go. Just twisting right quick and then sitting it down. That's not gonna work. Also, thinning, they don't know what the hell they're doing. You pulling that hair when it's gonna thin like that. One, you're not taking care of it. Two, you're pulling it too tight. This is a hair. This is fiber. So no, that's not good. It's best for those that are having a very extraneous lifestyle, like those that work out a lot. You have a septic derm in the scalp, some type of dermis issue, or whatever. You can shampoo and condition at your leisure without the hair coming loose. Because what's going on is it's a forced base type of locking. You're gonna go through the base. You take the lock, you go through the base of the lock here, which means there's no lock, that lock can't come loose once it's done to the tightness of the scalp. So no, we're not going to do it to where it's so tight that it's breaking, causing pain, and we're not going to do it on unhealthy hair. So that's all of that is very untrue.
And when is it a good time to start interlocking?
When you're mature to this sort and you don't have locks that are falling out. You see that your maintenance are lasting you a decent amount of time, and that the hair is trained now to be into a lock format and a number of other things. But to just say I could just do this whenever, that would be allowed.
And will they stop it from growing? Because I heard that too. Once you start
Stop it
interlocking.
from growing. Is your body gonna stop from working?
No.
No. That's what I don't like these people, because you just making up shit, saying stuff just because you feel like they have to sit in your chair or whatever. I don't get where this information comes from, because all of that is a lie. All of that is a lie. Stop it from growing? Nothing should stop your hair from growing unless you cut it. Or you have some type of follicular issue or something else is going on. But just to stop the growth pattern, that's crazy. Your nails and your teeth and your hair will constantly grow even when your body dies. So, no, that's definitely not true. You thinking about interlocking?
Yes, I am.
What would make you want to interlock?
Because right now I'm in that stage where I'm doing a lot of working out and I want to do swimming. And for me, it's important that my hair still stay neat and in that form, because I deal with a lot of patients and a lot of clients that I see every single day. So I have to still look professional.
Of course. Now you know that interlocking is a form of free-forming. So there are times where it may not be as neat as the twisting, because it won't have product on it. It's just a natural forced tucking of the lock, and that's it.
Okay, so you don't use any of that to do your interlocking, to make it look a little needed. Okay.
You don't need it. But now with that hair getting used to it and you shampooing and conditioning, that's a whole nother story. That hair definitely will start doing different things, and it will come out in a neater aspect of the interlock, but it won't look as smooth as when you got to be twisted. Now I'm not trying to change your mind or anything. I'm just giving you the pros and cons and the real of it. Because I've had some people that go get interlocked, and then at the end they're like, I don't like this. This ain't what I wanted it to look like.
Because they wanted it to be all neat
and smooth and lay flat and all that kind of stuff. Well, I mean, it's still gonna lay flat or whatever, but you're gonna have just a little amount of frizzy as it begins. So all of those things you would just have to embrace. Then as you shampoo it, of course, more frizzies and different things are gonna come out, because those are clean hairs, and those clean hairs are a little more manageable than dirty hair, so it's gonna do a little more. So, but no, there are pros and cons to both sides, but those are not the cons that I want you to be worried about. Thinning, starting to grow, no ma'am.
And what if you decide, okay, I want to go back into palm rolling?
You
can.
can.
You keep switching like
Yeah, you most definitely can. Because the hair is still strong. We're still taking care of it the same way.
Okay.
So yeah, you can do that most definitely. And even some people, I tell them, like, let's do an interlock maybe this month, skip a few months, and then do a retwist, and then skip a few months, and go back to an interlock. That lets the hair, not get so used to being pulled on so much, and lets it kind of rebuild itself, revitalize itself. Because there's not so much tension on it. As you see when you come from under the dryer, dryer, take the clips out, and the hair just relaxes. Well, in interlock, it doesn't have that room to relax until it grows out. So it's going to stay flush and tight to the scalp until that hair begins to grow. Which in 1 month, you only grow half an inch to a full inch in those 30 days anyway. So you got to be mindful of that. Taking any medicines, that can alter things. Dehydration, that can alter things. Stressing in your life, that can alter things. So those little things can be going on. I wouldn't advise interlocking, not at all, because that's just a little too tight. That's like getting freestyle braids every day of your life. That can do a lot to your hair and your scalp. That will snatch that out.
So you think interlocking and then doing a twist and then coming back
sporadically?
like, would be,
Yeah, and still getting them deep conditions and all that. Yes, ma'am. Highly. You cannot saturate that hair and soak it up and all that. You want to keep it light and free. You don't want to cause any type of thinning, and you don't want to have to worry about down the line preventing the thinning from happening too. So you just got to be mindful of both sides, because it can happen too easy. Too easy. I see people get snatched out all the time. So it's too easy now, but it's also easy to just maintain it and take care of it, and just watch the balance of it. That's all I do. I go through each lock, paying attention to each base. Each base tells me a story. If that base got some issues, we're gonna go ahead and take care of that base now. And even in interlocking, whatever locking we gonna do, we're gonna pay attention to the root of that hair, from the root all the way down. The root is gonna tell me the beginning, and the rest is gonna tell me what I need to do. So it's just watching that and balancing it out. But I can promise you, it's not a bad thing. Not at all. A lot of people need it, and a lot of people get it. Who is that told you that lie? So I can go pop with this comb.
I saw a guy and we was talking about interlocking, and actually he knew you. He was at a soul food restaurant, and we was talking about interlocking, and I told him I was thinking about doing it, and he was like, well, I heard it breaks your hair out.
For those that are just goddamn bench pressing the lock, yeah. You just gonna snatch it like crazy, then yes. But other than that, no. Not at all. That's one of, I think, the best ways to lock your hair.
Because of the free-forming part of
Because you're not doing so much, you're a little more relaxed with it. You don't have to worry about stressing it out. Now, the flip side to that, like I was saying before, is you get these knucklehead muppet babies that don't know how to do it, and they just snatching you bald. And before you realize there's a problem, they just start putting stuff together and doing all of this other stuff, and then you look at it, you feel it, it's like, what in the hell is this? Because when you make shit for an interlock like that, it's done. It's done. Like, you can forget it.
And how long did it take to interlock?
Maybe 45 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
You're done. The dryer time is before you get interlocked, so that it switches around. And once you get from under the dryer, we can do your little style if you want one. You're done. That's simple. I say next time, let's do this. Let's do a patch test. Do a few on the sides, do some in the back, one in the front. We can see how that works for you in each angle, and see where you're going to get your most stress from, so you'll learn to start, manipulating it correctly, and you go on from there. And you'll just be able to watch it grow before you come in for your next maintenance, and you'll see how, even through that growth process, that it's still going to stay a little tighter than what you're going to have here in your root twist. And you'll really be able to see your growth. You will definitely be able to see how fast your hair is going in, because it's nothing to unravel. It's just whatever grows out is what's new. Because some people get confused. They be like, oh, there's a lot of new growth. Honey, if you feel like your hair grew all of this in 1 month, hey, I'm not going to steal your dream. I'm not going to say a word. But let's be honest here, it did not happen that fast. Half an inch to 1 full inch every 30 days. Unless you got hair like Yasha. Baby, Yasha hair, I don't know what she be doing. She at home with that arm like she got Play-Doh and just pumping her shit out.
And I put a lot of vitamin E oil on my scalp.
That works. That works. Any type of vitamin to the scalp is really good because the only vitamin that it gets most of the time is vitamin D from the sun. A lot of people are not taking vitamins, child. They are not taking care of themselves. You hear how hard I said that? I mean that. People are finding out one thing and they are sticking to that one thing, and that one thing is burning the hell out of them.
Is there such thing as too much oil in your hair?
Yeah. You can drown your follicles. You gotta stop breathing. Now that'll start your run. That's why I tell you twice a week. Because too much will stunt that growth, baby. It will stop that hair from going altogether. Yes, Lord. So you just want to kind of use a light loose oil straight to the scalp and allow that sebaceous gland and those other glands to just feed that oil to the cuticle of the hair. Subject it to it, and that's a different growth process.
And is it true that you put a lot, well, not a lot of oil, but also oil the ends of your locks because that's where it begins? No, that's where your conditioner process comes into play. Your conditioner is going to help those ends. That's dead hair. They're going to do nothing but soak that oil up and still look dry. They're going to do a thing. Condition that, protein that, we give it a little life. That's what's going to help that. And that's why I always tell people with this committed progressive hairstyle, you have to take care of those ends. These will fall off eventually if you don't take care of them. And some people think, oh, that's natural, that's supposed to happen. No, that does not. Did you get a sew-in and all of a sudden it just came up off your head? No, it didn't. You didn't take care of it. The installation is going to come off if you don't take care of it. Simple as that. Now, this is the interlock in action. I wanted to show you guys pretty much what I do, how I do it when I do it. A lot of you guys have used different tools in life, but you see here, I like to use the safety pin. Before I go and start my interlock, I like to find my parts first. Once I find that part, I begin my insertions. Some people are saying you got to use north, south, east, west to find balance, but I find my balance in different ways by looking at the lock part and analyzing what I need to do when I need to do it. Now, what you just see me do right there was all that freezy stuff that you see in the end of your hair, and your hair looks like you just got off a hot air balloon and static will stop you. I like to wrap that in and close that up. Yes, we are doing a level of free form here, but I don't want you to look like you're doing the Jamaican free form, although it's nothing wrong with that. Here, we are cleaning this up and using a forced lock method. So that means she can come in every 2 months as the hair grows in this 30-day regimen or regular, and we're just going to associate different things going on here. As you see with the ones I finished, they are neat, they are clean, they are precise, they are balanced. The part has ended going down, and at the same time, the parts are everything that we need them to be when locking, interlocking, or palm rolling.